You are listening to Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast with your host, Michael Peterson.
Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast. Today is Thursday, April 14th, 2022, and how are you? So, oh man, bar night trivia has taken over my life, let me tell you. This week, I'm a little upset to say that we did not do as well as we had hoped. A couple of our key players did not show up, and so because of that, I think we bombed really bad. So instead of going into first place bronze division, we may have slipped into fourth place because we were at third. So we lost. Kind of upset about that, and going to yell at a couple of our team members because it's just not fair to the rest of us, especially when we're like depending on them for the win or whatever. But oh my gosh, I had so much fun regardless though. And a few weeks ago I heard about this like really amazing tequila, and it was like one of those quick Facebook, TikTok video things, and it was this guy who was drinking Clase Azul Raspado tequila, and they were saying that it was $170 for the bottle of tequila. And I was like, what the hell? $170 for some alcohol? But I'm not an alcohol drinker by any means, and I know that there's really expensive wines and liqueurs and things like that out there, but our bar happened to have a big bottle of it, and I said, and it's a really pretty bottle, and I'm actually holding it right now, and it's a white and blue pink hand painted ceramic bottle with a metal bell on top. Like, it is, I can't get it to like make the ringing sound. There we go. So I asked him, I said, hey, whenever you get an empty bottle, can I have that bottle? Because it's just gorgeous, and it would be a really beautiful conversation piece. And so they said, yeah, go right on ahead and take this one. And the owner of the bar, he's like, hey, tip it over and see if there's any left in it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't even think about that. And thinking that they would have washed it out or whatever. But there was enough in there for just like a little bit of a taster shot. Guys, I'm telling you, I have drank tequila in the past. My favorite used to be Jose Cuervo. I've tried Hornitos. I've tried I've just tried a bunch of different tequilas. This tequila here at the bar is $35 a shot, and it is a sipping tequila. Like, you don't just pound this down, and it's got these beautiful notes. To me, it smells like vanilla, like a really good dark vanilla, and it has none of the burn like like regular tequila has or what have you. It goes down really, really smooth and just flavorful, and I was able to get out like another little taster shot, and I shared it with as many people as I could, and I was just like, wow, this is nice. So if I'm ever feeling splurgy, I think I'm going to splurge on a $35 shot of tequila because it's that damn good. So yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the bottle yet, but it's, like I said, it's hand painted ceramic, and it's just flicking gorgeous. But yeah, so having a lot of fun at the trivia nights and stuff like that, and uh getting to hang out with my friends and like becoming friends with other people that show up, and just having a lot of fun. uh this last week has been pretty decent, and I haven't really felt like too much depression, but um I realized that depression is really strange in the fact that it alters your perception of time. And I've had a lot of problems lately, like trying to remember exact dates where I feel like something that has just happened, I'm finding out has like happened years ago. And maybe it's just part of my bipolar also, but um I get time and dates wrong, where I think something happened in 2005, it actually happened in like 2001, or trying to like describe something that happened in 2015 and it actually happened in 2009. And I just don't understand why there's such a huge time lapse or discrepancy. And if any of you listeners happen to deal with depression, I would love to hear your comments on this. Like, do you feel like your depression has altered time? Or can you like remember back to like, oh yeah, I'm depressed because of this specific instance, or um I was I was experiencing all this kind of problems during this specific instance in like 2011 or whatever else. I'm just using that as an example because I would really like to know if other people's time is altered as much as mine is. And it could also just be a part of the fact that I am getting older, and because I don't live on a clock, meaning that I live my life moment to moment, that maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that it does get very kind of blurred together, where I notice that especially when I'm really hyper depressed, that my days just kind of blend together and I don't really recall too much from one day to the next. And maybe that's also because I'm sleeping a lot during those time periods. Who knows? But I have started taking a new herbal supplement, and for those of you who are new to my channel and just new to me as a content provider, I do make up my own herbal supplements, and it had been a while since I made up some supplements, especially for like thyroid health and blood pressure, and just trying to help keep my diabetes under control and things like that, and as well as mood stabilizers. And the other day I noticed that my blood pressure was just out of control. Everything I did like skyrocketed it. I would go from 80 to 140 just standing up. And I was getting like really lightheaded and feeling faint and just not feeling good at all. And my doctor had originally wanted to put me on lisinopril, and I said no. I don't want to start a blood pressure medication because with as sporadic as I am with taking medications or remembering to take medications, I don't want to start something that's life-threatening if you don't continue to use it. And so he suggested the lisinopril, but when I started reading the lisinopril side effects and things like that, like that is stuff that I'm already prone to have problems with, because I am immunocompromised and because I have diabetes and stuff like that, I was just like, this doesn't seem like a good idea to start something like that. So I started doing research, and I found that beetroot juice, or even just having beetroot powder, is a natural defense against high blood sugars high blood pressure. I'm so used to talking about my diabetes and my blood sugars, so that's why I keep getting that messed up. But yeah, it's a natural defense for high blood pressure, and it helps to regulate it rather quickly. So I started using that, and then I started using milk thistle and a few other things that seem to work kind of hand in hand with one another. And well, long story short, I got my blood pressure back under control, and I can notice if I miss a capsule. I'm trying to take 4 to 6 a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. And if I can remember to do so, I try to take 2 in the afternoon. And I have this little pill making machine that I picked up from our little local co-op that also has a small apothecary section. And I use a coffee grinder, and I just blend everything up in that coffee grinder, put it into a baggie, and then I write what herbs I use on there, and then I create my own capsules that way. And before you get too concerned about it, yes, I have talked to my doctor. They do know that I'm on these herbs, and if I start up a new herb, I always make sure that it doesn't counteract any of the prescribed medications that I take. But a lot of the herbs that I take have multi-functions. I use elderberry, hawthorn, rosehip, beetroot, flaxseed, and juniper berry is just, and I don't know if I said elderberry or not, but elderberry, and then cinnamon. And that's just some of the things that I add into the capsules. There'll be times where I'll add in turmeric and black pepper just to give a little extra help. So I'm trying to do a herbal multivitamin in order to help promote all these different things and help me with these different issues that I have, on top of taking a multivitamin. Now, one thing that I did notice though is my doctor had recently upped my levothyroxine, which is a thyroid medication, from 50 micrograms to 88 micrograms. And I had stopped taking the 88 micrograms over the last few days and noticed that I didn't have the swimming underwater cloudiness that I have had while taking the 88. So I dropped myself back down to the 50 micrograms, and that seems to be where I need to be at. So I have an appointment coming up with him next week. As a matter of fact, I think it's the 23rd or the 27th. But I'm going to talk to him about that and just let him know, listen, I was taking the 88 micrograms and it was working for a little while. And then it started making me feel lightheaded and blah, blah, blah. I dropped back down to the 50 because I still had some of the 50 on hand, and just see what he says about that. So, yeah. What else? Oh, so some unsolicited cat news. My cat Baboy has taken on a whole new personality since I've adopted him. He is really starting to come out of his shell, As people come over to visit, he is coming out and being very like, hello, how are you? And yesterday my friend Carmen came over, and she didn't even notice him, and she just walked right in, and I pointed it out to her, and she's like, oh my gosh, hi there. And he came right over and started loving on her and everything. And so I've really noticed a huge difference since taking him to the vet and then bringing him back home. Like, every day something new emerges from him. Like, his favorite thing to do right now is he wants to crawl up on the back of my computer chair whenever I'm sitting in my office chair. And the first day he did it, he scratched the shit out of my back. I mean, it was bloody as hell. And I didn't want to yell at him or like scream in pain or whatever, because he doesn't know that he's hurting me, and all he wants to do is be closer to me and wanting to be more lovey and what have you. And I want to encourage that. And so I'm just noticing new things about him each and every day, and his little personality is so freaking hilarious. And we play for 10 to 15 minutes a night. And I was actually talking to a girlfriend of mine on the phone last night, and I set a timer, and she's like, he can only play for like 10 minutes. I said, honestly, that's about the length of his attention span, is he'll play for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then afterwards he just lays there like a bored hooker. She's like, oh my god, I hate you for saying that he lays there like a bored hooker. I'm like, well, it's the truth. He just kind of lays there and doesn't really play afterwards. So about 10 to 15 minutes and he's good, and then he'll go, and if he wants to play more, he'll play with his toys out in the hallway. So after he stopped playing with the toys about 8 minutes into the session. I was like, yeah, you didn't even last a full 10 minutes. And she's like, yeah, that's what he said. I was like, oh, I'm sorry that you had that problem. So, but yeah, I'm really loving this little cat. He's pretty awesome, and a little neurotic, but nonetheless awesome. And I'm appointing him the birth date of April 23rd. I'm saying that's his 1 year mark. And even though according to the paperwork from the shelter, he's 11 months old, when I adopted him on February 23rd, that would mean March 23rd, he would have been a year old. But I gave him the birth date of April 23rd, so in my universe, he's turning a year old in April. So, I'm doing a little virtual birthday party for him on the 23rd, where people get together and they like send birthday presents, virtual birthday presents. I don't want anyone to actually spend money on my stupid cat, but the whole thought and idea is that we get together on Facebook, and they send virtual gifts, like pictures of stuff from Chewy or Amazon or whatever of what they gave him, and it's like, oh my gosh, awesome, thank you. But basically it's just gonna probably be me on webcam for about 45 minutes to an hour talking to people and just joking around and having a good time. So anyways, guys, thank you for listening this far in advance. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure that you follow me on all the different social medias. And if you would like to participate in one of my shows, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can put them in a message or shoot me a email at hellocupcakeitsme@gmail.com. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been listening to Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast with your host, Michael Peterson. Please make sure to check back often as new episodes are released bi-weekly. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to send a message to hellocupcakeitsme@gmail.com. And until next time, stay happy, safe, and keep doing the best you can with what you have been given.